Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2024 college football predictions, week 4, where I break down the top 16 games of every week and I give you my predictions and analysis of what I think is going to happen. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. Without further ado, let's get to our first matchup of the week. We have number 24 Illinois going on the road into Lincoln as they are at number 22 Nebraska. And what a coin toss between these two. They both are good at passing the ball, running the ball, playing defense. This is definitely going to be a great game between these two. And honestly, I really feel like it is a coin toss. Either way, I think it's going to be a very close game, come down to the wire. But because they're at home, I'm picking the Nebraska Cornhuskers to beat the Illinois Fighting Illini. In our next matchup, we have the NC State Wolfpack going on the road into Death Valley to take on number 21 Clemson. And I think in this matchup, Cade Klubnik is going to show up and show out. I think he'll probably have along the line of 2 to 3 touchdown passes. And I think NC State is going to try to hang in there. I don't think they're going to do as bad as they did against Tennessee. But I do think that NC State will put up a few touchdowns. But I'm picking the Clemson Tigers to beat the NC State Wolfpack. In our next matchup, we have Arkansas State going on the road as they are at number 20, the Iowa State Cyclones. And I think that Iowa State is in a higher tier level offensively, especially when it comes to running the football. I think there's going to be a lot of running the football in this game for the Cyclones, and I think that's going to be a big reason why they beat Arkansas State. In our next matchup, we have the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets going on the road as they are at number 19, the Louisville Cardinal. And I think this is a lot of the same from the last game. I think Louisville is going to run the football a lot. I think they'll probably have at least 200 yards rushing on the ground. I do think that you're going to see a little bit of the pass game to try to throw the Georgia Tech defense off balance a little bit. But at the end of the day, I think the Louisville Cardinals defeat the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets because of the running game. Our next matchup, we have the Miami of Ohio Redhawks going on the road as they are going to be going to South Bend, Indiana at number 17, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And I think Notre Dame picks up this week right where they left off last week. I don't see this as a competitive matchup, and I'm picking the Notre Dame Fighting Irish to put the beat down on the Redhawks. In our next matchup, we have the UCLA Bruins going on the road to Baton Rouge to take on number 16 LSU. And I think this needs to be a statement game for the LSU Tigers. They went on the road last week and just barely survived with a 3-point win. I think the defense is going to play better this week. I think the offense is going to play similar to last week. And I'm picking the LSU Tigers to beat the UCLA Bruins. In our next matchup, we have number 13 Kansas State going on the road as they are at the BYU Cougars. And honestly, this BYU team is not the same team it was a few years ago when it had Zach Wilson and it was able to go into Knoxville and upset Tennessee in double overtime. This is not that team. I will tell you, BYU will try to run the football, but against this K-State defense, I don't see that being much successful. I do think K-State is going to keep it on the ground a lot in this game, and I'm picking Kansas State Wildcats to beat the BYU Cougars. In our next matchup, we have number 12 Utah going on the road into Stillwater as they are at number 14 Oklahoma State. And what a collision this one is going to be. Utah has been rolling with wins over Southern Utah and Utah State. And Oklahoma State has been rolling as well with a couple of big time wins. To see these two programs collide this weekend is going to be a shootout between these two. I think it's going to be a very high scoring affair. And honestly, because they're at home, I'm picking the upset here. I'm picking number 14 Oklahoma State to beat number 12 Utah. Up next, as we continue along on the college football prediction show, we have number 11 USC going on the road into the big house as they are at number 18 Michigan. And honestly, the analytics will tell you that this game will be pretty close. Nicky D's opinion, no it ain't. USC has been playing lights out this year. Michigan has stumbled out of the box, and there is no over exaggeration there. They got beat down by 3 scores by Texas. They barely got by last week's opponent, Arkansas State, 28-18. There is a lot of question marks on this Michigan team, and USC has already had a top 15 win on the road when they went to Baton Rouge to take on number 13 LSU at the time. And honestly, I'm picking the USC Trojans to lay the beat down on Michigan. In our next matchup, we have the Kent State Golden Flashes going on the road into University Park to take on number 10 Penn State. And Kent State just got annihilated by Tennessee 71-0 last week. I don't think they're going to be much more competitive this week. Just like USC beating down Michigan, I'm also picking Penn State to beat down Kent State. And our next matchup, we have number 8 Miami going on the road into South Florida to take on the USF Bulls. And honestly, this game might be close in the first quarter, but it won't be close after that. Miami, another cupcake game, and they're going to prove that they belong in the top 10. The Canes are going to annihilate South Florida. In our next matchup, we have the Vanderbilt Commodores going on the road into Columbia as they are at number 7 Missouri. And honestly, Missouri needs to make a statement in this game. They kept it close last week against Boston College, and they can't do that against Vanderbilt. They will continue to fall in the rankings. Luther Burden III needs to get involved early and often in this game if Missouri's going to blow out Vandy. And honestly, Missouri needs to blow out Vandy. I think Missouri's going to easily get the win over the Vanderbilt Commodores. In our next matchup, as we continue along on the college football prediction show, number 6 Tennessee going on the road into Norman as they are at number 15 Oklahoma. And honestly, I don't think this one's going to be that close either. I know Sooner fans would want it to be close, but I'm sorry, I don't think it's happening. I mean, Tennessee has outscored their opponents 191-13 this year. Oklahoma has struggled really out the gate, barely escaping a nightmare situation against Houston and just getting out of there with a 15-point win against Tulane last week. Those type of performances are not going to get you a win against Tennessee. And honestly, I don't think Oklahoma is going to be able to do much about Tennessee coming in and just laying the beat down on the Sooners. I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee was up 14 at the end of the first and they go on to win by 40. But I'm picking Tennessee to stomp Oklahoma. In our next matchup, we have Georgia Southern Eagles going on the road at Jackson Dart and the number 5 ranked Ole Miss Rebels. And honestly, this game is not even going to be close. Jackson Dart's going to throw 4 or 5 touchdown passes in this game. And Mississippi is going to beat Georgia Southern by 50. In our next matchup, we have Marshall going on the road as they are at number 3 Ohio State. And I think Ohio State is going to try to turn this into a track meet with the run game, with the pass game. I expect Ohio State to be up by 28-35 at the half, and they should be able to rout Marshall. I'm picking the Buckeyes to win and win big. In our last matchup of the week, we have the UL Monroe Red Hawks as they are on the road going into Austin as they are at the top ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. And there's either way, it's not a matter of who's going to win. It's a matter of who's going to be the star of this game. If Quentin Ewers can come back from injury and make an appearance in this game, he will go off. If Arch Manning has to be the one to step up and be the starter for this game, then Arch Manning is going to go off. Either way, the Texas Longhorns are going to go off. They're going to win, and they're going to win big. They're going to be up 35-0 at half, and I wouldn't be surprised if Texas drops a 60 burger on UL Monroe. The Longhorns are going to dominate this game on Saturday. And that was the 2024 college football predictions week 4. What's your predictions for all things college football this weekend? Let me know down in the comment section below, because that's what it's there for. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go to my channel and check out another one of my videos. I got plenty of videos that'll keep you entertained well into the night. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel, and I will see all of y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.